Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Before you get comfortable, let me ask you something that might tighten your chest a little. Have you ever felt her pulling you close emotionally, then suddenly stepping back like she touched fire? That confusion you feel isn't accidental, and it isn't weakness on your part. It's a psychological war happening inside her, and most men never realize it. If that sentence already feels uncomfortably familiar, stay with me. And before we go any further, subscribe to this channel and like this video, because what I'm about to share will change how you see her behavior forever. I'm speaking to you not as a storyteller, but as a female psychologist who has listened to hundreds of women confess the same fear in different words. When a woman is confused too much, it often means one dangerous thing. Her emotions have crossed a line her mind is terrified to acknowledge. She feels something real for you, but admitting it would force her to risk control, pride, and safety all at once. So instead, she hesitates. She sends mixed signals. She delays clarity. And you're left questioning your worth, wondering if you imagined everything. Here's the truth most men are never told. Confusion is not the absence of feeling. It is the presence of feeling without permission. She replays your conversations alone. She notices your absence more than she admits. She feels calm with you, then panics about what that calm might cost her. Love, when it arrives unexpectedly, threatens the identity she built to survive past disappointments. And rather than admit vulnerability, she chooses uncertainty. This is why she doesn't say yes, but she also can't let go. Your presence disrupts her emotional balance. You represent intimacy without armor. That's terrifying to someone who learned that loving deeply once meant losing painfully. So she creates distance not because you lack value, but because you have too much power over her emotions. If you're feeling confused right now, good. That means you're starting to see the pattern clearly instead of personalizing her fear. Stay with me, because what you do next determines whether she continues running from herself or finally faces what she feels for you. When a woman is confused like this, her silence is louder than words, and her contradictions are emotional fingerprints. She'll lean into you emotionally, then pull away just enough to regain control. This isn't manipulation in the shallow sense. It's self-protection, driven by fear. Her nervous system is torn between desire and defense. One part of her wants closeness, safety, and intimacy with you. The other part is screaming that closeness once came with loss, betrayal, or humiliation. As a psychologist, I can tell you this conflict is exhausting for her. She doesn't wake up thinking, how can I confuse him today? She wakes up already emotionally flooded. When she feels too much, her brain searches for escape routes. Doubt becomes one of them. Overthinking becomes another. She questions timing, circumstances, labels, distance, anything that gives her a reason not to fully step in. And here's the part most men misunderstand and sabotage. When you chase clarity aggressively, when you demand answers, when you push her to just decide, you unintentionally amplify her fear. Her mind interprets pressure as danger. Not because you're wrong to want clarity, but because clarity would force her to face her feelings head-on. And right now, those feelings feel overwhelming. Notice how she treats you differently from others. She may open up emotionally, share vulnerabilities, seek your opinion, or become visibly affected by your mood. Yet when things get close to defining what this connection is, she retreats. That retreat is not rejection. It's emotional overload. You must understand this distinction deeply. A woman who doesn't care is calm and indifferent. A woman who is confused is emotionally charged and unstable around you. She overanalyzes texts, replays moments, and feels internally conflicted after seeing you. That internal chaos is proof of emotional investment, not lack of it. But here's the uncomfortable truth for you. Her confusion will not resolve because you explain yourself better, love her harder, or sacrifice more of yourself. Those actions only reinforce her fear that she's losing control. What she needs is emotional safety without pressure, space without disappearance, strength without coldness. Your role right now is not to rescue her from confusion. It's to remain grounded, consistent, and self-respecting. When she feels that you are emotionally solid and not dependent on her decision for your worth, something shifts inside her. Confusion thrives on instability. Clarity grows around calm strength. And if you stay present without chasing, without collapsing into anxiety, she will be forced to confront the truth she's avoiding. Not because you demanded it, but because your stability makes running feel pointless. Here is where most men lose their power without realizing it. They interpret her confusion as a problem to fix instead of a mirror reflecting her internal struggle. The moment you start over-explaining, justifying, or proving your value, you quietly step out of your masculine center. And she feels that shift immediately, even if she can't explain it. When a woman is afraid to admit love, she is watching how you handle uncertainty, not consciously, but instinctively. Her nervous system is asking a silent question. Is this man emotionally solid? Or will he crumble if I don't choose him right now? If your mood rises and falls with her signals, her fear grows. If you remain calm, focused, and self-directed, her confusion intensifies in a different way. It becomes harder for her to deny what she feels. Understand this clearly. Attraction does not grow in emotional chaos. It grows in polarity. She needs to feel that you are grounded in yourself, not waiting for her to give you emotional permission to feel whole. When she senses that you have a life, purpose, and emotional balance beyond her, something inside her relaxes. Safety returns, and with safety, honesty becomes possible. This is why pulling back slightly, without punishment or bitterness, is so powerful. Not disappearing, not playing games, simply redirecting your emotional energy back into your own life. When you stop trying to resolve her confusion for her, you give her the space to feel it fully, and feelings that are fully felt eventually demand truth. You may notice that when you become less reactive, she becomes more curious. She checks in. She wonders what you're thinking. She feels the absence of emotional pressure and replaces it with emotional awareness. That awareness forces her to confront the one thing she's been avoiding. That her confusion is not about you being wrong, but about her being afraid. This stage is uncomfortable for you because it requires restraint. It requires trusting that your value does not need constant validation. It requires allowing silence without filling it with anxiety. But this is where emotional leadership lives. If she truly feels something for you, your grounded presence will make it impossible for her to stay emotionally dishonest forever. She will either lean in with clarity or step away to protect herself, and either outcome restores your peace. Remember this: you are not here to be chosen out of pressure. You are here to be chosen out of desire and emotional truth. And the moment you embody that, her confusion stops being a burden and starts becoming a decision she must face alone. Now let's dive into the part most men never see coming. A woman who is overly confused about her feelings for you often experiences a silent battle between her head and her heart. Her heart is pulling her toward you, sometimes wildly, sometimes subtly, but her head is screaming, "Not yet, not like this, not so fast." And that's where fear masquerades as indecision. Here's the brutal reality. Her confusion isn't a reflection of your worth. It's a reflection of her emotional history, her past hurts, and the walls she built to survive pain. Maybe she's been hurt by love before. Maybe she's been told, "You'll never find someone you can trust," or "Feel too much, and you'll lose it all." That internalized caution manifests as mixed signals toward you. And you, because you care, because you feel deeply, take that ambiguity personally. You shouldn't. Let me give you a clearer lens. When she hesitates, it doesn't mean she's not interested. It means the part of her that craves safety is conflicted with the part of her that desires you. Her confusion is a tug of war between vulnerability and protection. When she pulls away, it's fear. When she comes close, it's desire. When she disappears, it's self-preservation. Understanding this is crucial because most men respond to confusion with frustration, which only strengthens her fear. Here's the psychological trick. Women are wired to test emotional consistency. She's watching how you respond to uncertainty, how you maintain calm when she's chaotic. If you panic, beg for clarity, or overcommit emotionally, you teach her that feelings are dangerous. If you remain anchored, consistent, and self-respecting, you become her emotional safe harbor without saying a word. She starts realizing that being honest with herself about her feelings doesn't have to be catastrophic. This is where men miss the golden opportunity. The instinct is to chase clarity aggressively, but clarity cannot be chased. It can only be earned through the magnetic combination of patience, strength, and self-respect. She will not tell you she loves you while she's afraid of what that love could cost her. But if she senses that your life, your emotional stability, and your value are intact without her constant confirmation, her mind slowly surrenders. Pay attention to the subtle signs, lingering glances, unexpected texts, small acts of thoughtfulness, moments when she lowers her guard. These are not coincidences, they are breadcrumbs of her internal struggle. Every time she does this, she's silently telling you, I feel more than I can admit. Your role is to notice without panicking, to respond without pressure, and to remain steadfast while her emotions sort themselves out. Her fear and confusion are temporary. Your presence and psychological insight are permanent, and when the time comes, she will either step into love or finally leave, knowing she cannot deny what she feels. Either way, you stay unshaken.